Astro's Playroom is a small game, honestly pretty small, could beat it in about a few hours. But what if you wanted to take that to the next level? What if you wanted to beat it as a pacifist? So today we answer the question, can you beat Astro's Playroom as a pacifist? I first started off by seeing a bunch of flow by my screen, tested out my controller for the 5th time today, and pressed onward through the little tutorial that they give you, coming out of controller fresh from the womb. I collected a few coins and went to the starter area, having to kill no enemies yet, not that we were going to do that either way, pressed both of the big green buttons, and went onward. Met a sentient fridge, he brought a bunch of cubes out of the ground, which were the levels, and then I got to work. By first starting off into the pink cube of, I don't remember what name it is, whatever. I pressed forward, killing no enemies, continuing, basically ignoring everything because I ain't got time for that. Ignoring as many enemies as I could, I pressed forward, met a cloud, kicked a flower, got a little platform, and continued. Ignoring the flying bucket head looking enemies and more enemies as I found a little bounce pad. I hopped on the cloud of the shape of an outdated controller, hit a checkpoint, and met my first mini roadblock. See, I have to pull this little thing, but with those assholes headbutting me, it's gonna be kind of a problem. Psych, I did it second try and got the hell out of there without killing a single enemy. I pressed forward, got a bit of a breeze, kept on going. Ran past every enemy, more bucket hats, more spikes, the most annoying enemy in the game, thankfully not having to fight, hit another checkpoint, found a guy with dreads, pulled a little lever, and found another bounce pad. Now here's the worst part of the run. The part where I fail. See, there's a checkpoint here, but to activate you have to kill these enemies. I tried to get them to commit no life, but I spent, and I quote, 30 minutes here. That didn't work. I had to kill them. Had to kill 5 enemies, 3 spikies, and 2 water tower looking things. I'm not proud to admit it. I failed the challenge. But that doesn't mean it's going to stop. We're going to continue going and beat the whole game as a pacifist. Well, past pacifist. Trying our best. I activated Tornado, went inside the tornado, found some gold doubloons, and ended up on top where I became my left testicle and started to roll around as if I was a roller. I know, very imaginative. I rode on the average Michigan roads, very bumpy, found a huge bowling pin, smacked that fat ass, and continued on. Found some bouncers, kept on going, and went down a very windy path. I had a cloud buddy give me some assistance, followed by another cloud, more bounce pads until reaching the end. I went up to Windworld and continued on foot, dodging every single enemy, more bucket hats, spikes, and basic grunts. This is the annoying part. I spent a hot minute here trying to get this dread away so I could break the glass and not kill him. I spent a little bit here. Quite a bit. We're gonna skip this part and skip all the time that it took, but it took a annoying amount of time. I activated the floating platform, dodged some electric balls, and found some electric panels. Dodged them to the best of my ability because I'm not good at games, found more enemies, dodged them, and got a helping hand from the Iron Giant. I became a testicle again, rolled around again like a roller, became a pinball, accidentally hitting a few more bowling pins because I wasn't paying attention, hit another big one, went through some more paths with some weird stuff, went on ice, not like that, and almost fell off. I almost killed more rolling pins, but remembered there's a path, a very hard path, but will put me behind them so I can at least dodge a few deaths. Fell off because I'm a pro racer, made it the second time, and got something worthless. I dodged the rolling pins, complete the level, and got again something worthless. I forgot to record 80% at level 2 because my brain's the size of a Lucky Charm. Continued, had to redo this part over and over because these 2 assholes kept pushing off. Decided to get him in the water, continued. Became a frog, again, you missed the first time. And pushed forward doing froggy things, like eating flies, being in Minecraft, and not adding fireflies because apparently that's not realistic. Completed the level, got hit with a big wave of nostalgia, and got something actually worthwhile, a PlayStation 3. I went to the next world, pushed onward, and got to an annoying part. these enemies took so long. They were special because they were fast and could actually jump. I tried to lure them away, but like I just said, they can jump to wherever I am. I could never lose them or get them to commit no life. I was here for a good while trying to pull this lever and get them away from it. And it just never ever worked. It was very annoying. But thankfully at some point I was able to pull the lever. I'm pretty sure I finally got them to commit no life, and then we continued forward. Went to a controller, became a Fortnite glider, and went towards the next objective. Again, struggled to pull another lever because of 4 enemies. Fucking assholes. Became a glider once again, dodged every single hole because I'm just better, and overshot the landing zone. I'm good at this, trust me. A sword from I think Final Fantasy and continued onward. Beat the shit out of another flower, pulled up a platform, and did more boring shit. Became a glider once more, dodged some more electric balls, hit a platform, and now we're going to a rocket. Dodging the enemies up here was easy enough because apparently they have dementia and forgot about me the second they lost sight of me. I became SpaceX, flew into space, and did some basic space parkour, you know, the usual. Into this part of the challenge, my controller was starting to bug out. To control the rocket, you have to turn your controller, but when I turned it, it would go the opposite way, like the controls were inverted. To put this as annoying would put it lightly. This was very annoying. Thankfully, I only had to do one more rocket part, and then that would be over. Got to the next part, and took yet another 6 years. I had to pull a little lever, but I had to kill 3 enemies to pull it. The lever would not pull, no matter what. It's like the game softlocked me into killing these 3 enemies. I tried for quite a while. I even tried to break the glass to get through with my bare little cold robot hands, but it wouldn't work. I needed the paintball gun. Unfortunately, I had to kill these 3 people. When I finally got the paintball gun, I had to do an atrocity. I tried my best the first time not kill any enemies with it, but the sheer quantity of enemies that they spawned was basically impossible to do anything, and the game required me to kill them. So I had to mow down every single enemy in my path with the paintball gun. But if you want to think about it the right way, this isn't killing, it's a paintball gun. So if anything, I'm just bruising them a little bit and sending them back home. I lost my paintball gun, went over to another platform, became a rocket again, did some more rocket parkour, and found the boss of this level. I unfortunately had to kill him because, well, he's a boss and I can't really dodge that. Found again something worthless and continued on to the last level. The last level was nothing to write home about, more basic dodging and basic stuff that we've already done before in this challenge, except this time I get to become a monkey and do wall parkour. Very fun and no killing required, so I'm allowed to do it. Did some monkey parkour, found a cloud, got a bow, and had to fight yet another boss. Unfortunately, that means another kill on the board. Yeah, this challenge is mega failed, but still, thinking about it, this was required, so tacking both these kills off either way, the boss kills, still would have failed the challenge. Did more monkey parkour the last bit, got up the mountain, found myself against something worthless, and was on the final boss of the game. Finally, the final part, which we all know what this means. Final boss equals killing. Tried to kill no enemies getting up to the boss, but there was one I was required to kill to move on, unfortunately. Took a bit of damage on the first dinosaur getting hit by a disc. Thankfully, he can kill his own enemies, so I didn't have to kill any of them that he spawned. Beat the boss, got bamboozled, had to fight a bigger dinosaur. He killed all his own enemies, shot lasers. I threw a trophy at him, symbolically the one I'm earning today by doing this challenge. Beat the dinosaur, and did not beat Astro's Playroom as a pacifist.